Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. This is a match from the Blitz tournament number 4 in that Blitz tournament series. It's round 1. The map Niflheim. The players both playing UEF. We have Hybrid down here. And we have Blackheart. So, bit of a rating mismatch. But I believe the tournament is seeded, so not too strange that... I mean, well, you obviously expect the mismatches in the first round if there's seeding. So let's see what happens in this match. We have Blackheart going 3 lamp factories, no air. Hybrid does not have his stuff planned out yet. He goes first engineer, second lab. I imagine this lab will go maybe to here. Blackheart also he's actually made 2 labs after the first engineer. Let's take a look. Hybrid's going here. Doesn't seem like a very good spot to go because it's gonna, I mean, just think by the time you get here, again, judge by your own engineers, this engineer is not going to be here by the time your lab gets here, so why should his? There you go. Blackheart going to a much more logical place. Aiming for the Hydra at the back of the base. We're going to have a 1-on-1. 2 mech marines run past each other, miss some shots, hit some shots. Blackheart thinks about turning and chasing and then decides not to. You know, Hybrid much later decides, oh, he's changed his mind again. Look at those little guys though. So Hybrid looks like he took maybe 1 less shot. Here comes the engineer with a scout and he's got very close. If Hybrid was... Ooh, he had plenty of time to reclaim that mech marine there. That was a missed opportunity for Hybrid. And he has another chance. Maybe he doesn't have a hotkey for reclaiming. It's a pretty important hotkey, honestly. And now we see this engineer. Maybe he would have gone in this direction, but he knows there's a lab here, so he doesn't send an engineer that way. So 2 kills for this lab is insane value, and this other lab's still alive, heading to the hydro. This guy's quite vulnerable. You know, in the base we have second air and a bomber from Hybrid, which is quite good when you look at Blackheart's base with 3 land factories and a 4th land factory planned. So over here we have expansion and a factory being edge built up onto the plateau, mainly to well, primarily to get reclaim here, the mechs, and then the reclaim here and these mexes later on. Bomber coming in from Hybrid, and this lab has found nobody. It may miss this engineer. It also may not. Oh, no attack move though. He will hear the shots most likely. Unless he has music on. Oh, he does. He realizes. And he's going to get a kill with this engineer. And Blackheart has only made labs so far, in fact. 15 labs out now. Bomber comes in. Kills the lab and 2 engineers. I'm wondering why it took that bomber so long to come in. Did it? Maybe that's the second pass, actually. But it did seem to take a while. This lab kills the engineer headed to the hydro. Bomber bombing P-gens. You can see Blackheart has spaced his P-gens quite well, which makes a lot of sense considering he's had no plans to make air. So you definitely don't want to be lining up your P-gens for enemy bombers to kill. Labs versus tanks. There goes the lab. Tank goes down though. Looks like we lost 2 tanks there and 3 labs went down, so a good return. A bomber's coming after the labs. Against fast units, bombers will frequently fail to drop if those fast units are changing direction, as the bomber just fails to predict where the bomb needs to be aimed towards. Oh, the enemy of all labs, the ACU, one-shots all labs because they have less than 100 HP, so definitely don't want to walk into an ACU with your labs. This bomber is fighting labs, and that seems like a very bad decision. He could still be bombing the base, denying engineers, bombing expansion. This engineer, imagine this Hydra gets denied, that would be quite painful. This engineer here. So a lot of much better targets for bombers than this army, and now bombers being wasted into anti-air. Blackheart has not changed his plan. He's still making labs only as attacking units, some scouts and some anti-air. Oh, this is the lab that killed the... Actually, no, this may be a different lab. We have another engineer kill. Mechs is gonna go down now. Surely the second mechs won't go down. We have some tanks moving out. Hybrid with 3 land factories only. Blackheart with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the low ground, that is. They both have 1 on the plateau here. That's not where you want your attack move. It's not getting the reclaim. That's actually extremely bad for him. You can see Blackheart's taken almost all of the first patch of reclaim. He's 700 mass ahead on reclaim and 2000 mass ahead in total, thanks to far superior expansion. And now the ACU walking towards Hybrid's base, while Hybrid is moving to the expansion. Some mech marines get taken down by the ACU. And a PD is constructed in the front line. Blackheart looks like he's just going to tank this. Maybe reclaim the walls or reclaim the PD itself. Probably doesn't have overcharge at this point. But yeah, he is. He does have the angle on the PD, so he's just able to simply shoot it. Now it just costs him over 1000 HP, but certainly worth it. You look, there's almost nothing to defend here. And Blackheart, look at the spam of labs from Blackheart. Now has 72 labs. God damn. And adding more factories. Raiding the expansion, although Hybrid has nothing here, so there's actually nothing to raid. Power being spammed. That's a very long line of power to be planning. Hybrid looks like he's not sure what to do. He will find some more kills with his ACU. Always good. Should get some more there. You can see how good the tanks are versus the labs. I mean, there's just no real contest unless you catch unless you catch 1 or 2 tanks out with, you know, 5 or 6 labs. It's not good for you, but Hybrid has just not been able to make anywhere near enough tanks. He has 26 tanks now. Many of them in his base and in the expansion here. ACU looking pretty lonely, doesn't have many units with him, doesn't have radar coverage around his ACU either. Does have air. He seems to... Okay, he has stopped making inties, which is good because Blackheart... Oh, Blackheart has actually constructed an air factory. He's going straight to T2. And that... Well, I can't see the build cube, but I'm guessing that Blackheart maybe has a plan to load some portion of his mech marine forces onto T2 transports and make some ghetto gunships. Hybrid scouting it. Oh god, Hybrid's moving in towards Blackheart's base, and there's such a huge army of mech marines pouring through the middle, surrounding the ACU, and he doesn't know. He doesn't seem to know. His scouts are not looking in the right places. And now his bomber spots them, in fact. And suddenly there's a whole army of creepy crawlies. Oh my god. The mech marines are falling fast, but there's so many of them. What a swarm. He gets a vet. Blackheart making inties. Now he's making a T2 transport. I don't think he's even going to need the ghetto gunships. The mech marines on the ground take out the commander. Oh my god. Well, it looks like Blackheart actually was also in danger. Hybrid switching to a snipe at the end. And maybe if his ACU just wasn't so deep in enemy territory, it's possible that Blackheart goes down, although if Hybrid's not here, Blackheart doesn't send all of his tanks to surround him either, so you can't go too far with this speculation, but what a game by Blackheart. Lab only. Well, we won't say lab only, but basically land only. And no T1 tanks. Labs and some anti-air and some scouts. And that's it. I suppose that's lab only. Pretty impressive. Hybrid obviously made some mistakes, but still, what a game from Blackheart. This even the very first lab here, killing 2 engineers. That was so painful for Hybrid. Probably set it back for the rest of the game. And yeah, GG, well played. Fun game from Blackheart in a tournament, no less. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and tune in soon for more Supreme Commander. Till next time, guys.